Hang on, I got this here.
We interrupt this program to give you a bulletin just received from one of our naval units at sea.
There you go.
Hello, sailor boy!
So I got the call I've been waiting for from my sailor son Festus.
Got his orders?
So he's been in IDC school. That's Independent Duty Corpsman. It's kind of like a PA for you civilian folks.
A physician's assistant.
Yeah. And he's done with school. He's doing his rotations in different medical clinics. He's on his ER rotation right now.
That's emergency room.
Yeah. So, and he's all about, the Pit TV show. So he's like excited that he's in the ER. But he's been waiting for his orders. So where am I going to go from here with these new medical skills I have learned?
And if he's in the Navy, it could be anywhere in the world.
Yes. Now, he's and he graduates in August. We'll go out for his actual graduation in August. But you get your orders before then. And he's graduating not at the top of his class, but near the top of his class. So the further...
Within spitting distance.
Yeah, so the better you are ranked, the better options you have for where to go.
Well, they don't let you choose.
Well, so what happens is it's kind of like a job placement officer comes and says, here are the orders we have available now. So it's not just choosing wherever you want to go. These are the open positions that are available. And I said, okay, what position, where were your choices? And he said, well, on the list was Greece.
So he does get to make some choices.
Some choices, yeah.
Huh.
Greece. He could stay in San Diego.
Okay.
Poland.
No, you don't. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then the one that he picked. So his first pick was Greece, but it went to the guy that was the one that everyone went, oh, I want.
Went to the guy who was
that one.
who was really the top of the class.
And I shouldn't say guy. I don't know. Could be a woman. I don't know. He had men and women in his class.
Say the person, Gina.
The person. Okay. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I know you didn't pick Poland. Please tell me you didn't pick Poland. He's like, no, I didn't pick Poland.
Nobody picked Poland.
I'm going to Diego Garcia.
Oh,
where is that?
It's in the South Seas, right?
It's in the Indian Ocean.
Indian. Yeah.
If you go to x96.com/live, it is an island very literally in the middle of nowhere.
It is a spot in the ocean.
It is 1,000 miles south of the Maldives.
Wow.
Why did he...
And the only thing that is on this island is this military base.
Yeah.
That is all that is there.
Why did he pick Diego Garcia?
Well,
it was that or Poland, and nobody picks Poland.
A few reasons for Diego Garcia. When he first told me this, I'm like, you're going to be in the middle of I'm never going to see you. Like, there are no commercial flights in and out of this place. No. It's, you're in the back of a Navy cargo ship to get to and fro there.
Wow.
And he said, well, a couple reasons. You get paid a little more.
Okay, that's good.
You only have to be there a year.
Really?
Because it's
so far away.
Yeah.
It's isolated.
So, and after that year, you can pick where you go. So
really?
So you do that. And because there's nothing to do, we have a map at our house. If you go to x96.com/live, I put a little pin in the map where it is in the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
On this side, so you get paid more, and there's nowhere to spend your money on this island. There's no town. There's no...
Well, there's just the PX.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not...
Yeah.
You don't have a car.
No gambling.
You don't... It is. Now, what he said about it, and I found this article that made me feel a little bit better about it. This article says, what's it like to be stationed at Diego Garcia? It's the Navy's best-kept secret.
Okay.
It is apparently spectacularly beautiful, and I have a picture of that as well that Katie might put up.
So that's
It is white sand beaches.
Oh, wow.
And turquoise blue water. Lush, beautiful, tropical paradise.
Diego Garcia was discovered by Portuguese sailors in 1512 and remained uninhabited until the French began using it as a leper colony.
Oh.
And for coconut plantations in the 18th century. After the Napoleonic Wars, the island was transferred to British control and remained part of Mauritius until 1965, when it became part of the newly formed British Indian Ocean Territory.
He's like, it'll be like being on Gilligan's Island for a year. And I said, oh, then you'll have random celebrities washing up on shore once a
and
week.
Russian ghosts.
Now, there was a native population there as well, the Chagosians. The Chagosians, between 1968 and 1973, the remaining Chagosian inhabitants were forcibly removed to make way for a military base.
It's a British, or it's not
British
American.
American.
It's a British American.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what can you do there? You can fish.
You can.
Surf? Is there surfing?
Corey says he's going to be treating a lot of alcohol poisoning and fight injuries.
Well, so here's what, and I'm going to have a talk with Festus about this, because this article I read said if you go here, so nobody has their family or spouse. These are all, because it's not a family deployment. You either become a hunk, a drunk, or a monk.
Well, he'll be a hunk.
And
I think it's going to be a drunk monk.
because the only things to do apparently are work out, drink, or be contemplative and think about your place in the world.
You say that like it's either or. He could do all three of those
I
things.
think he could be a hunky monk.
A hunk monk who likes to drink.
There are feral donkeys on the island.
Feral.
So when he first told me that, I was like, well, okay, it's not Poland. And I actually feel like he's probably safer here than anywhere. It's not close to anything. Like, I don't think it would ever be.
I mean, there are tsunamis.
I believe that there are missiles that could reach there.
I don't know.
And it's not far from India, and we're getting some problems there.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah. Anyway.
so he's
how
excited.
fun.
He's excited.
When does he go?
Well, he hasn't got the official orders yet. I'm going to see him next weekend just because now I'm thinking, what if I don't see you for a year? What I told Joe last night is, okay, he's 1,700 miles from the Maldives. Mm-hmm. Maybe
You go to the Maldives.
Maybe we can have Christmas in the Maldives next year. We can go visit him there. That would be fun.
Well, you could just, hop a water taxi and go see you.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a little far.
Somebody says,
That's why I made the joke.
Somebody says, Gina, I had friends whose parents were in the military. They lived in Diego Garcia and loved it. Okay.
Diego Garcia is often referred to as Fantasy Island because it's so secluded.
Welcome.
And see, I would have said Greece if I was.
Well, no, that
given
was
the
his
choice.
first choice.
Yeah.
But because there was somebody ahead of him, he had to go with next choice.
I'm looking at pictures of Diego Garcia, and it looks lovely.
Yeah.
But you're surrounded by military types, so there's the drawback.
That's all that's there.
Yeah.
Well, but when you're in the Navy, you're surrounded by military types.
Yeah, that's why I made the joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody says, my son graduated top of his class from Paris Island boot camp in the Marines, got to pick where he wanted. He's now in the bodybuilding program, Color Guard in D.C. That doesn't sound like... That sounds like a Cush
Yeah. Color guard.
station.
Yeah, you just have to march.
Wow. Well, okay.
So I was not... I was a little worried, and now I'm okay. It could have been a lot worse, is what I'm saying.
Could have stayed in San Diego.
But he's like, I want to see the world. I'm in San Diego. He could end up back in San Diego at the end of this. He wants to go see the world. So,
And starting with Diego Garcia.
and I thought when he said Diego Garcia, I said, is that in the Gulf of America? It sounds like it's in the Gulf of America.
Well, that's the guy who's going to play Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four movie.
Diego Garcia.
Hello, sailor boy!
Tell him that he's got to be careful. The only mammals on the island are rats, other than humans.
Well, the feral donkeys.
There are some donkeys, but there are coconut crabs, and they are protected species.
Oh.
You can't if you kill a coconut crab, you're in big trouble.
Don't eat the coconut crabs.
Yeah.
And what makes a donkey feral?
They're just wild.
Are they just mean, or are they just wild?
I think
I think they're just wild.
They
They're
just
roaming.
roam
I
around.
wouldn't want to get bit by one. Anyway.